I'm going to show you something. Look at this. Because, get ready for it, gaming investors have seen this and gone, you know what we need to do? We need to dump all of our stocks in all of the major gaming companies that are on the stock exchanges, because this is the future. No longer do we need developers. We can generate games with AI because it is the future. Let's get rid of these developers. Let's get rid of these companies. Dump the stocks. Buy the Google stonks. Let's go. Now, obviously, we know this is shit. This is garbage. The worry is this becomes not garbage in a not too distant future. But what is insane with what I'm about to show you guys is investors think this is here now and this is going to replace gaming developers now. They are batshit insane. This is CD Projekt Red's share price. Look at it. It is tanked by 8% today. That is a big drop, and it is simply because investors have seen Google Genie 3 and gone, we don't need developers anymore. AI can do it. But it's not just CD Projekt. I called them CD Projekt Red. I think they might have changed the name, but CD Projekt, you know they are. They made Cyberpunk and all of that. It's not just them though, right? And also Witcher, I should say. Can I forget the Witcher? Look at this. It's down 20%, 22% Unity. Now, whatever you think about Unity, I mean, who cares, right? It's a game engine. So you can see what these investors are doing. It's like, we don't need game engines. We don't need developers. Reduce our exposure to those companies and buy stonks in AI. And this is just bonkers. It's actually bonkers. Now, this one is the funniest one to me because it's Take-Two Interactive. They are down 16% on the month. But if you look at this graph, right, they are down nearly 10% today. This is like a massive drop. Now, it must be said, their earnings are coming up. You can see from these news reports here. Now, normally when the earnings come in for companies, the share price can move around because it can be, are they going to make their earnings, make enough money for the investors to make them happy, or won't they? And will they get, you know, the investors will sell as a result of that, or whatever, right? But this is a almost 10% drop because I think these investors have seen this. This is Grand Theft Auto Greenland, or GTA 6 Greenland as the creator is calling it. Now, I'll explain what this is. So this is using the Genie 3 model to generate scenes. Now, this is a series of, I believe, generated videos that have been stitched together to make one video. Because the way this works, I mean, just look how ridiculous this is. He got in the car and the steering wheel's on the other side and the rev counter's all over the place. It's like, what is going on? Like the steering wheel was on the right, then it swapped to the left, and then just the mistakes and the hallucinations are just all over the place. It's like the AI takes that many magic mushrooms, it hallucinates like crazy, right? This is a problem all AIs have got. But I think what I want to sort of talk about with this is, like, this is a scene. That's another video that they've made. This is another one. Obviously, that looks like Trevor, yeah? And there's another one, the characters look like Michael. And they've stitched them together to make them into like a longer video, and they've got bits of combat and all of that. But if you look at the animations here, they look like GTA walking animations as well, which is interesting, isn't it? Because that begs the question, what the hell is all of this stuff being trained on? Now, I'm sure this AI model has got the game engines somehow plugged into it. It's also most likely been, well, definitely been trained on like millions of videos on YouTube and any kind of visual footage. Because, I mean, he looks like Michael there, that guy at the front. The massive quantities of visual footage, which has just been absolutely like mashed into this. And it's basically giving us like GTA. And you can imagine these boomer investors are looking at this going, holy shit, we don't need game developers anymore. We can just generate a full game like this. Look how good this is. Some guys made this in 2 hours. It took Rockstar like 10 years, well, longer than that, to give us a sequel, and it's cost us like, you know, $1 billion basically in development. We could make this for $200 a month. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we? It's I'll tell you this, right? Because surely Tim Sweeney of Epic fame is going to want to sue the shit out of Google again. Because look at this. So this is one, right? This is bonkers. I was watching this back and I can't believe it. I actually can't believe this. Like, so this is made with Genie 3. It's Fortnite. Like, somebody just said, make me Fortnite, and it's made them Fortnite. Like, you can tell it's AI because it looks weird when it generates stuff in. The text is all like kind of funky and weird. I think this is Tomato Town though, which, well, it says on the map, so it knows what Fortnite looks like. But what gets me is the animation of the jump. That's the Fortnite jump, so it knows about that. This is like, I'm sure Tim Sweeney's got his lawyers on the case again, going in. This is like you can sort of understand where these boomers are coming from because they just think, oh, it's a game. They don't realize that this is trash and none of it makes sense and there's loads of errors everywhere and this isn't playable and it's only generating a minute of footage and it's only running at horrific frames per second and it's not a game engine or anything. It's just this generative interactive AI model thing. It's like, what is going on? Oh! Okay, I need to calm down. It's actually freezing in the UK at the moment. I've got my big like snood thing on. This keeps me so warm. It's amazing. But we need to like sort of think about what's going on here. Like what the hell is the actual plan from these investors? So obviously what they're doing is saying, we don't need developers. We don't need, in fact, old school game publishers or any of that stuff or game development studios. We can just generate this with a Google AI subscription. So we want to know, what are these companies doing? I'm invested in Take-Two, right? I'm not invested. I'm just saying as if I am, right? I'm basically role playing if I'm one of these investors. I'm invested in Take-Two. Where's my GTA? I know it's going to do really well, but you guys could have just used AI and made the game quicker. Why have I had to wait all these years? This isn't acceptable. I'm selling my shares now, and I'm going to go and buy some AI goodness because it's got AI in it. That is bonkers. In fact, if you want advice, now this is not, 100% categorically is not financial advice, but something like Take-Two, probably a good time to buy them when they're down 10%, because why would they be down? Like, that don't make any sense. They're obviously going to skyrocket when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out because it'll be the biggest selling game ever on the face of the planet that's ever existed. That is a fact. We all know that. The boomers, though, they want AI. Okay, come with me, because this is the article on investing.com. So very serious. Serious people who do serious investments. Roblox can piss off. So their article is kind of funny, right? Because they've got the live tracker here of the share prices, but they say, "Whoa, no, what is all this shit? Get off the screen." Unity Software tumbled 12% on Friday. Well, actually, no, they're down 22% at the moment. So it's got worse for them. Take-Two Interactive Software fell 7%. No, they're actually down 9% now. So they've recovered 0.5% from when we looked at it earlier, which were they're like 9 point something. I don't know. They're going up a little. They're going up. They're going up. People are buying. As the investors realize, actually, no, the dog shit AI can't replace our developers. What a revelation is going on here. Anyway, they're all worried, right? Because, Roblox dropped 8%, but they're down 12.9%, but they should be down 99, 100% and gone into bankruptcy because they're horrible individuals. Anyway, and in fact, it's crazy, right? In fact, Unity pushes AI like crazy inside its crappy game engine where it doesn't want to assist you somehow with AI or some shit, or they want to roll these tools out. So surely you would invest in AI if you're one of these in Roblox, if you're one of these AI boomer investors. Like, why would you sell them off? It don't make any sense. Their own logic is stupid. What are these guys doing? Anyway, get off the screen. The gaming interactive software company saw their shares decline as Google, a unit of Alphabet, unveiled its experimental prototype that allows users to create, explore, and remix interactive virtual worlds. The new offering appears to have sparked investor concerns about potential competition for established game development platforms. See, this is the thing. They think that AI, that's it, I've seen it, this is the best, it's replacing everyone, let's get into it. Project Genie, which is rolling out to AI Ultra subscribers in the US, leverages the company's Genie 3 world model to generate dynamic, interactive environments in real time. The tool enables users to create customized worlds through text prompts and images with features including world sketching, exploration capabilities, and remixing options. Now, so this is the utopian vision of what these models can do. Because if you think about it, if you've got a digital, you've got the Matrix, yeah? You've got a digital version of the real world that simulates physics. So if you can accurately simulate gravity, wind resistance, all of that kind of stuff, yeah, what you can do then is simulate training for a robot, right? Just bear with me. Imagine you've got a barista robot, but it doesn't work. It needs training. Where's a good place to train this robot? Not actually in the real world, as it smashes up your kitchen. That's no good, right? Or your coffee shop gets destroyed. Instead, you send it away into its digital brain or wherever it goes, and there it makes 100 million cups of coffee. So now it knows how to make every kind of different coffee. And guess what? It's done this in a few hours because it can, obviously it's a computer, so it's really fast. And then it doesn't know any difference between the simulated environment it was just in and the real world. And so it goes into the real world and hey presto, it can now perform and do its job. That is what I think the utopian vision is for this kind of software. But unfortunately, it's just being looked at like, well, we can just generate a game because we can just make an interactive world. And that seems to be not great. So although at least that's my utopian vision of it all. Anyway, the prototype represents Google's push into immersive content creation, potentially challenging companies like Unity, which provide tools for game developers, and platforms like Roblox, which offer user-generated gaming experiences. Take-Two, known for franchises like Grand Theft Auto, could also face competitive pressure from simplified content creation tools. No, this doesn't matter. Like, you're never going to, like, there's no world where a game that's generated by AI can take on Grand Theft Auto in Grand Theft Auto's world, right? That's just never going to happen. So those kind of statements are so stupid to me, they don't even make sense. Like, yeah, maybe there's a world where some shit mobile game gets made with AI and it makes a load of money, and then that's all the investors care about. But it's never going to be GTA, right? It's never going to be that scale of game. That's just never going to happen. Google described Project Genie as part of its broader artificial general intelligence, its AGI mission, noting that the technology simulates physics and interactions for dynamic environments while maintaining consistency across various scenarios. So that's that idea I was just talking about of the sort of digital world that you can create. While the company acknowledged several limitations of the current prototype, including imperfect visual rendering and occasional control issues, the technology signals Google's ambitions in the interactive content creation space that has traditionally been dominated by specialized gaming development platforms. And I think that's it, right? So they think that this tool is going to replace developers. You don't need developers who are slow. You don't even need game engines because we just can generate it now on the fly. So why are we invested in these companies? Let's start selling their stocks. I'm sure, like I said, if Epic were on the stock market, they'd probably be getting hit as well because they make Unreal, which is using a load of games. You now don't need Unreal Engine. You can just generate games. It's batshit insane. Like, that is not going to be the case for a very long time. These investors have absolutely jumped the gun dumping these stocks. Again, it just shows they've got no clue. And they generally don't, these investors, when it comes to gaming companies. This is Shinobi over on Twitter, and this is where I first initially seen this, and I thought, this can't be right. They can't be dumping stocks. And when I looked into it, obviously they were. But even he said, like, you know, Take-Two were down 9.3% of this screenshot. Roblox were down 10. We now know they're down, like, Unity's down 20%, isn't it? CD Projekt Red, they're down 8%, but the market's closed, so they can't go down anymore. And Unity's down 21%, but they're down a little bit more. I mean, it's crazy. So, like, what's the takeaway from all of this? I mean, the takeaway is investors are idiots. We know this because, I mean, they're basically probably trading on AI hype, yeah? Oh, AI games. AI is now in a different industry. We need to get into that. We need to start changing our positions. We don't want these companies anymore. I mean, this is stupid, right? We know this. These companies are going to rebound. Take-Two is going to come back because, I mean, it's Take-Two. When GTA launches, it's obviously going to spike. It's probably a good time to invest. But like I said, that's not financial advice. So please do not listen to me for that. But I think the wider issue is here. Again, this is the sort of sentiment the investors have been pushing for a long time on the gaming industry, is these companies are listed on the stock market. They're publicly traded. So they have to generate more money every single quarter. All the investors punish the company by selling their shares, which reduces the share price, which reduces the market cap, and ultimately results in that company either having a change of leadership or, as most of them do, it's never the leader's fault, it's never the CEO. It's always the staff that have made the games. They get fired. So then it becomes harder to make games. So it is like a wet dream for a lot of these investors to have AI. And again, for these CEOs of big companies as well, especially the massive companies like your Metas, your Microsofts, your Googles of the world. They want AI to be their staff. They want AI workers that never sleep and never stop, because then they can endlessly just make anything. And that, to me, is quite worrying, because AI is not generating anything new. It's just remixing things together, which I know is a whole debate of, well, human art is often taken from inspiration, but it's got an element of the human that creates it in the art. These machines at the moment don't have that. They're just regurgitating stuff, and it is frightening and worrying. But I do think there isn't really there's not how can I say this? There's not like a happy ending to this, most likely. These tools are just going to get better. They're going to get more complex. They're going to get faster. And they are ultimately going to be able to generate things. And then what happens to the game industry? The only way this stops is if AI isn't all it's cracked up to be and reaches some sort of technical limit, or there is a massive economic crash, in which case we're all screwed. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Do subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot. And like the video. That also helps a ton as well. And leave a comment. That also helps. And I'll catch you a lovely lot on the next one. And yeah, you can follow me on everything, which is at Stylosa. But make sure it's the real me and not some AI generated version. Or is this AI? Who knows? Catch you later.